All right, welcome back to the Tom Ozone, brought to you by North Atlantic Seed Company. Our third episode this week. Don't forget, it's every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday from here on out. Let's get right to it. Republican senators are moving to introduce legislation that could make pornography a crime in the United States. You guys hear about that?
Yeah.
It's a real thing. The act would add pornography, including any depiction of sexual acts that lacks serious literary, artistic, political, or scientific value, to the definition of obscenity. It means it would be illegal to distribute or consume any pornography.
Unless it's artistic. Wait, no, I mean, there's a loophole, right? So you can, if you started with, doth thou want to gangbang?
That's right. Maybe
it's very artistic.
If it's an author, a scientist, and a politician and a gangbang, that covers three of them.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah. If you just replace the music with the Bill Nye the Science Guy theme song, you're good.
That'll work.
I sense a huge resurgence in National Geographic magazine. If you like them long and brown.
Right. Hey, don't laugh. That was about my excitement back in the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
You remember?
Sure. Well, unless you found the garbage bag in the woods.
Yeah, bring back porn in the woods. I remember that from my day.
Oh, boy.
Nothing like going fishing and finding a page of porn.
Yeah.
No, we found a whole garbage bag full.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. We did. It was legendary.
Oh, boy. Yeah, those are the days.
The Chicago Sun-Times says it's looking into how a reading list featuring fake books made it into print. The list of 15 books included books that don't exist by real authors. I think editors should have known when the top book on the list was P. Diddy's Party Planning. It's a lot of P's.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard there's a lot of pee over there, too. So,
That's right. Yeah, from what I heard. I've heard the testimony.
Yeah.
Martha Stewart's Federal Prison Macrame.
Chapter 1 in the P. Diddy book. You can never have enough baby oil.
Or as drummer Kevin would say, big blue tarps and a gallon of Mazzola.
And police in Louisiana recently got called to a Lowe's parking lot, reportedly found a naked man inside a display shed engaging in lewd behavior.
With himself?
Yes.
Okay.
Officers arrived, located the suspect, here you go, lying on his back, pants around his ankles, using an open container of Vaseline and his phone while allegedly masturbating.
What was on his phone?
I don't know. My question is, I didn't know they sold Vaseline at Lowe's.
Yeah. There's coupon codes for Lowe's on his phone that he was doing that too.
Yeah. White lithium grease would work.
I like how you asked if he was alone. Like, it's pretty hard to talk someone into a shed at Lowe's.
Right.
Well, it depends.
In the middle of the
Yeah,
night.
it might be someone's thing.
Right.
This portion of the Tom Ozone is brought to you by Clam Chowder Beauty Cream. Clam Chowder Beauty Cream. Now, when your skin feels clammy, that means it's working. Clam Chowder Beauty Cream, available in the soup aisle. And now, back to the Tom Ozone, presented by North Atlantic Seed Company.
What else we got for calls?
Hey, guys, we all miss Mr. Mike, so how about a good Mr. Mike story? You guys must have some.
Mm-hmm. I've got a quick one.
Yeah.
So I used to bring my dog, also rest in peace, Cash, to the studio.
He was a good boy.
And so, I would do Thursdays with you guys, but then I would also do whatever, like anytime you were off or Mike was off, I'd fill in, right? So I would fill in for you quite a few times. And I remember one time I brought Cash and, Mr. Mike's sitting there and Cash was getting older and he took a dump right next to Mr. Mike. Now, here's the thing. I was mortified. I was like, oh my God. Like, I was already 30 minutes late that morning. Like, I'm already not in good standing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I can't do anything about it. It's right there. So it takes, I think, 30 minutes for me to be able to like kind of secretly kind of clean it up. I clean up. He had no idea
Really?
that the dog took a dump next to him for 30 minutes and direct and the dog wasn't like a quiet quick little dog dump. My dog was pushing as hard as he could on the rug, and Mr. Mike could not have been more oblivious to what was going on. And that's the thing. Thank God I was working with him, because anyone else would have noticed and complained. But God,
can't believe he didn't smell it.
Right. He was focused. He was focused on gathering news and information.
Always. There you
go. With a singular purpose.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's hope the corgis don't shit in the Tom O's-Own podcast studio. We brought them in today.
No, they're not good.
They're good boys and girls.
Yeah, they are. As long as they don't unplug anything. That's all
they're good at that with those little short legs.
Yeah, they have the legs for it.
They do have the legs for unplugging lots of things.
Yeah, I don't think they have the clearance to make it over a power strip.
Barely.
Yeah, man.
After the podcast, I promised them I'm going to take them out. We're going to keep looking for their shins. Going to keep it up.
Yeah, they're like Hank Hill's dad.
Right.
I'll put up a picture of them. All right, what's your Mr. Mike story? You got any?
My Mr. Mike stories, we had some really fun first tracks up at Sugarloaf back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
And a couple times I was able to stay up there with you guys, and I got the pleasure of sharing a condo room with Mr. Mike one night. And that's an experience. You know, the old saying about shaking the paint off the walls, with the snoring.
Was it the snoring or the farting?
Both.
Okay.
Both. Yeah, the snoring was vicious, and farting, I might have contributed a little bit to that, but
okay.
Mr. Mike certainly he took the cake that night. And him trotting around in the condo with his tidy whities.
Yes, yeah.
Thank God they were always first stringers.
Right.
Sometimes they weren't in the morning, but the next morning.
Right. And were you there the time that he missed the last few stairs and took out the big screen TV there in the living room in that condo?
Legendary Mr. Mike story.
Yeah. You weren't there for that.
I missed it, but I remember that story circulating around years ago. Yeah,
right.
he took the big, crashed right into the big screen.
Yeah.
Missed the last couple steps and boom.
And that's when they were giant, on the floor TVs.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Those big, and they weighed about 900 pounds.
Right. And I think his tidy whities ended up becoming third stringers after that. They were first string. It was
very
in the morning, but
very quickly.
Yeah. I will tell the story of when we went over to Colebrook, New Hampshire, and we were going over there for the mud runs, and we'd stay at the Triple C. I forget what establishment we were at. It might have been the Milliard.
The Milliard.
Not the Milliard. The
Milliard. Yeah.
And somebody there challenged him to a drinking contest because of his legendary drinking prowess.
Right.
And it was a female. It was a tiny.
And she almost beat him.
Tiny little. She almost did. But he had the ability. I mean, literally, as fast as gravity would take it down his throat, it would go. You just open it up.
Remember the Man Show? That guy in the open would just down those two beers in like a split second.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Real World? No. I'm sorry. Real People?
Right.
Originally?
Boom.
Yeah. Man,
Literally,
it might have
that
been the Man
fast.
Show.
That fast. Yeah. Mr. Mike wasn't quite that fast, but darn close to it.
That guy's a legendary comedian, by the way. The piano player.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like a Vegas installation for many, many, many years.
No kidding.
Dirty limericks and all that stuff. And he died very young. Well,
Needless to say.
Yeah.
Well, we should put him in touch with Mr. Mike up there.
Yeah, I do. They would have a good time.
For sure. But anyway, yeah, and the drinking contest took place immediately after she ate a light bulb. And I don't know why, just to try and intimidate him, probably, the stare down before the match, and she, unscrewed it from a fixture there on the wall, on a wall sconce in the Milliard, and didn't smash it up like you see people do and then eat tiny pieces of it. No, she bit right off.
Yeah.
She bit right into that thing.
Don't want a blowjob from her.
No. Not that night.
Oh, my God.
So, but anyway, he did win. So
Right.
We can tell the story. If he didn't win, I would have been sworn to secrecy forever, I'm sure.
My God.
And now, because we like to give back, we present Ian Stewart Salutes You.
That's right. Today, I salute the workers at the Fleshlight Factory. One of the few professions that you can honestly say, give a f***. That's like a advanced dad joke right there.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
funny level 2.
Super advanced.
I have a feeling the research and development team has a high turnover rate due to syphilis-related deaths. Now, the fleshlights are handmade, which is ironic because if you don't have a fleshlight, you're still going to be using handmade. HR over there must be a nightmare. You get called in to see Karen at HR, and she's like, "You're not dressing slutty enough." We here at Fleshlight pride ourselves on being big old whores, and we've had multiple complaints from Morgan and Shipping that you've not been flashing your penis enough. I don't know. And lastly, getting a promotion at the Fleshlight factory can be hard. Best advice is to lube up the manager, find your opening, and slide in when you can. It's the only way to get ahead over there.
Oh.
Yeah, Ian Stewart salutes you.
Good one, Ian.
very
Good
nice.
one.
Thank you.
Don't miss Maine's newest summer festival. It's the Coffee Brandy Fest. Start your day with the Liquid Leg Spreader 5K. Then come fill up at the Panty Remover Pancake Breakfast. Compete in the Passed Out Wife Carrying Contest. It's kinda like the one at Sunday River, but she's not holding on. And if you win, you don't get to go to Europe. You get to go home and hold her hair back over the toilet. It's the Coffee Brandy Fest, featuring the crowning of the Slut Juice Queen and official Guinness certification of the world's fattest ass. Don't miss Coffee Brandy Fest, coming this summer.
Have you guys had to change your credit card number lately?
My bank is constantly thinking that it's fraud. And it's just like, no, I buy dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry, bank, but I am buying samurai swords and blow-up dolls in the same purchase. Like, that's not fraud. I'm a tastemaker.
That's right.
I have hobbies, Amazon and my bank. Stop flagging me.
Right. Well, one time I got notified of possible suspicious behavior when I was at Hobby Lobby. I think it was when I was buying frames for this stuff, and the bank is like, we found some suspicious activity. I'm like, really like, are you at Hobby Lobby?
You know, you can get frames at Tractor Supply.
They don't sell guns at Hobby Lobby. What the hell, man?
They're like, all of your purchases are beer, ammo, and gas. That's the only thing you ever buy.
The worst part is when they actually successfully flag it. You got to go down there and talk to them, and you're like, no, I'm trying to buy a crate of fleshlights. Please let it go through.
For the love of God.
I'm not the one who's supposed to be embarrassed here. All right.
What do you got? Got something here? Oh, you were right. And there's a security woman there who looks like Shirley from What's Happening.
There you go.
It looks exactly like her. And then she goes up to make sure everybody's out of the balcony, and she gets to the top of the balcony stairs, and she goes, "What the hell y'all been doing up here? It smells like beer, weed, and pussy."
Which was the name of the opening band.
Right.
Beer, weed, and pussy.
I'm like, well, all three were present up there. So.
Call them like I see them.
Right.
Yeah, there's a couple things you're missing, actually, on that smell.
Right. So that was good.
How was the show?
Oh, it was great. That's a great place. It was the Bearsville Theater in New York. It's very retro. It was built in the 60s, and it has a sunk-in bar. Like the old furniture and old.
Right. Those places are cool.
It's a cool place because you can go out in and out. They got a deck there. You can bring your beers. It's not a Live Nation show. I'll say that.
They're not going to take your vape pen.
No. They got the smoking area outside and whatnot. So
The next big show I'm going to this summer with drummer Kevin is Ghost, and apparently no phones allowed at all.
Oh, is that right?
You got to put them in you either surrender them, don't bring them in, or you got to put them in this bag that'll like blow up if you turn your phone on.
Well, they're very secretive anyway, right?
Yeah,
So.
yeah, they are.
Ghost is interesting. I love metal. I love death metal. So you see the imagery of Ghost. I saw the imagery. I saw the T-shirts and all that before ever hearing them. And I'm like, oh, they must be a very heavy band.
Not really. No.
Well, compared to what you're listening to.
Yeah,
you're
But that's the thing. But they've got that black metal look. You know what I mean? So I'm assuming
you
that
think they're going to be really heavy.
it's going to be.
I
Instead, it's like
I like them because they're kind of progressive sometimes.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So there will be some guys there in Dungeons and Dragons T-shirts or members only jackets.
Mostly. Yeah. Yeah. That's the crowd. Yeah. It's a one-man band though, isn't it? Isn't it just the singer just does all the crap in the studio and
he hires touring musicians. Yeah, nobody knows who any of these guys. There's rumors that sometimes there's pretty famous musicians in there just doing a couple shows with them.
That's why they're so secretive, I guess.
Right. Yeah. They have to be. Maybe. Who knows? They're like today's Kiss.
Yeah. Sure.
Minus the blood.
Yeah.
Or getting laid.
Right. Yeah. Or doing drugs.
Yeah. If you're going to a Kiss show and you're going to a Ghost show, it's two different things.
I've been to both.
Yeah, that's fair. But you're going to get herpes way easier at one of those shows.
That's true. The old Russ would have.
Right? The old Russ.
Yeah. The young Russ. The young and stupid Russ.
Guests of our show receive a copy of the new book, The P. Diddy Party Planner. Drugs and baby oil not included. Now, back to the Tom Ozone.
All right, thanks for joining us for our new condensed version of the Tom Ozone, brought to you by North Atlantic Seed Company. Hopefully you are enjoying it, and we'll see you in a couple of days when we zone out again.